Assalamualaikum class. Today we'll discuss blue ocean strategy. Now I'm sure you must be thinking, what is blue ocean strategy? Uh, Before we start discussing the definition and other aspects of blue ocean strategy, let me ask you one question. As an entrepreneur, what is your biggest concern when it comes to the marketplace? Let me make this question easy. If you want to become an entrepreneur, what is the biggest problem you see in the marketplace? Okay, I can hear the word competition. I'm sure everyone around fears competition. Whenever you plan to start your own entrepreneurial journey or you want to start your venture, the first thing comes in your mind is competition. There are multiple competitors around and you don't know how to tackle it. And what if I tell you that there is a way to create your own market and that without any competition? Well, yes, there is a good news that now it is possible by creating blue ocean strategy. What is blue ocean strategy? Blue ocean strategy, if we talk about the history of blue ocean strategy was developed in 2005 by W. Chen, Kim, and Rennie of INSEAD. INSEAD is the European Institute of Business Administration. And they came up with the book Blue Ocean Strategy, and they said that Blue Ocean Strategy is how to create uncontested market space and make the competition irrelevant. Another definition of Blue Ocean Strategy is says that it's a market for a product where there is no competition or very less competition. This strategy revolves around searching for a business in which very few firms operate, where there is no pricing pressure. I'm sure you must be thinking, how can this be possible? How can we find a business idea or business which has no competition, which has no pricing pressure? How can this be possible? So let's discuss how we can, create blue ocean strategy and what are the examples in the market available. Now, when we talk about blue ocean strategy, this whole market is considered as an ocean. The market is considered as an ocean and symbolized as a ocean is symbolized as a market in this scenario. And they have divided into two colors of the ocean: red ocean and blue ocean. The red market is established market where all the competing companies are fighting over the same business. As a result, the water turns water turns red. Whereas in blue ocean strategy, it represents market where, since there are unknown, there is no player other than the companies that create them. In blue ocean, you have to create the market. You have to generate the demand. You have to come up with the idea where there is no competition and no demand and no pricing pressures. Okay. This frees up the companies that create them to concentrate on value innovation in a space where there is more than enough room for quick and profitable growth. In red ocean, we focus on the current customer. In blue ocean, we focus on not non customer. देयर इज थिन लाइन. हम जब भी बिजनेस का सोचते हैं, हम सोचते हैं कि मार्केट में क्या डिमांड चल रही है, वो बिजनेस करते हैं. बट ब्लू ओशन स्ट्रेटेजी हमें कहता है कि वो चीज लेके आओ, उस चीज के बारे में सोचो जिसकी डिमांड आप क्रिएट कर सकते हो. Instead of competing in the existing market, you create your own market. You don't have to beat the competition or stay out in the competition, stand out in the competition. You have to make the competition irrelevant. You have to come up with the idea which has no competition. Exploit existing demand in red ocean, whereas you create and capture new demand in blue ocean strategy. And this says that red ocean strategy is all about the current marketplace, where you see an opportunity, where you see the demand and you start your own business. You have to fight the competition, where you have to come up with the strategies, uh, what your competitors are doing. Whereas in blue ocean, there's no competition. You have your vision, you know your strategies, you create your demand, and then There's no turning back. Okay, now you can create blue ocean in two ways. How can you create blue ocean? There are two ways to create blue ocean. Um, Number one, by creating an entirely new market space, or by pushing the boundaries of an existing market, which means that in blue ocean you can come up with entirely new segment, which means Netflix. Example, for example, Netflix came up with the entirely different idea. There was no one out there who thought of that business. On other hand, the second way, by pushing the boundaries of existing market, Uber, taxi service were there, but they came up with the revolution in the transport industry. उन्होंने कंपटीशन के अंदर टैप नहीं किया, टैक्सी सर्विस स्टार्ट नहीं की, वो ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के अंदर without having their own vehicle they bought the business in. ट्रांसपोर्ट इंडस्ट्री थी, लेकिन उन्होंने एग्जिस्टिंग मार्केट को टच करते हुए एक रेवोल्यूशन लेके आ गए. सही. तो देयर आर टू वेज टू यू क्रिएट द ब्लू ओशन स्ट्रेटजी. Here are few of the examples we'll discuss. Number one example is Amazon. Amazon is a very good example for blue ocean strategy. Its founder Jeff has this vision of creating world largest online bookstore, and obviously he succeeded. Now if we see Amazon sells particularly everything from a book to crockery to dress or garden furniture, you name it and they have it. It has been and they also have been branched out into publishing and cloud hosting and groceries and deliveries and whatnot. So Amazon is another blue ocean strategies example. Then comes Airbnb. I'm sure you know what is Airbnb. Airbnb, with their online platform that allows homeowners around the world to rent out their homes to tourists and other travelers, create the great blue ocean strategy. Now the company has also branching out into enabling people to host the experience, such as city tours and surfing lessons and etc. So Airbnb is a second example I've quoted here. Number three, Uber. I've already discussed about the Uber. eBay, yes, eBay is online auction marketplace where anybody from the public can access and have the product. Apple, what should I say about Apple? There's this spelling mistake of Apple. I've written apply here, so this is not apply. This is Apple. Apple has repeatedly created blue ocean strategies, starting with the iMac and going all the way through the iPod, iPhone, and iPad. Not to mention or not to forget iTunes. Yes. So Apple is again a wonderful example of blue ocean. Netflix, Uber, Careem. अगर हम लोकल एग्जाम्पल की बात करें तो वाउच 360, बोगो, ये सारे वो लोग हैं जिन्होंने कंपटीशन को कंपटीशन के बाहर सोचा और they have used blue ocean strategy. Now we'll talk about 5 steps for designing and implementing blue ocean strategy. What do you think? What are these strategies and how we can start off? How we can design and implement blue ocean strategies. Number one step says choose the right place to start, and choose the right place to start and construct the right blue strategy, right blue ocean team. This means that you have to have the right scope of your initiative and build your people's confidence. You have to have the right team and the right idea to start. First step to start blue ocean strategy, or you want to shift towards blue ocean strategy from red to blue, you have to come up with the outstanding business idea with the scope, with the vision, and you have to have the right team with you. Then in second step, understand where you are now. Get clear about the current current state of play. You can begin by working out which business, product, or service you are going to tackle. Next, you need to ask yourself the following question. Do I have one simple picture that everyone can understand and puts everyone on the same page? If you can answer this, if you are convinced with the business idea you want to tap, then you can answer this question. Number three, identifying or uncover what limits the size of your industry and discover the ocean of non customers you can unlock. Identify the hidden constraint that you can turn into opportunity. You have to see that in your industry, what are the constraints you are facing. If you are facing, like in the transport industry, we see that people used to, go to the street, they have to go to the street for to find the taxi. This was a constraint. We often, the prices were too high and they were monopoly, and the taxi driver used to charge uh, any amount they want to, they feel like. So to break this was a constraint. What they did, they came up with the idea of Uber service, where your car will come at your doorstep, and how you can call your taxi your car through technology, through mobile, through application. So once you see the bigger picture, it's time for you to imagine where you could be, where you want to be. The challenge is to develop the equally clear, bigger picture view of how the assumption and boundaries of your industry also limits its appeal and size by causing pain points. So, yeah, so you have to identify the pain points of your industry and then you have to tap that. Number four, find how to get there. Systematically construct market boundaries and develop alternative blue ocean opportunity. Go from the big picture to create practical blue ocean options. Now your team is ready to generate practical blue ocean options that pursue both differentiation and low cost. This means applying systematic processes of reconstruct market boundaries and create new market space. Okay, and then comes number five, make your move. Select your move. Conduct rapid market test and launch your blue ocean move. This means that this is the final step where you will learn how to select your blue ocean move, rapidly test it in the market, and redefine it to maximize its potential. That's how which blue ocean moves pursue by hosting a blue ocean fair. Uh, the fair is designed to tackle the politics out. Okay, so by this we by following these five steps we can design and implement blue ocean strategy, or we can shift from red to blue. Now we'll talk about top five reasons for using blue ocean strategy. Why do you need to choose the blue ocean strategy? It's not that you have to come up with the idea. If you are into current business, you can move from red ocean to blue ocean. And why what are the reasons you should move your business from red to blue? There are five reasons and we'll discuss one by one. Number one reason says high level of competition in red ocean. Yes, sometimes competition in the market can reach such a level that supply will highly exceed demand. In this case, you are going to need to have extremely sharp teeth, or maybe the market entry barriers are so high that you won't be able to get in there. Anyway, if you have these three options, eat the competitors, be eaten, or go to the blue ocean. So blue ocean is a right strategy to tap into the market if you have a high level of competition in the red market. Number two, crisis in the industry. This is about the situation where the market is in the decline stage. Customers are no more interested in your product, or if the number of competitors and supply isn't increasing, the number of interested buyer is reducing. As a result, there is no point staying in such market. You should think of out of the box and move from red to blue. Number three, your company doesn't have a brand identity and customer doesn't know anything about you. Efforts to achieve popularity and recognition of your brand become a perfect engine for the progress of your company. Reaching a blue ocean is a great option to draw attention and creating a big name, because it's a non competitive market. So it's easy for you to stand out in the market. High ROI, along with the complexity of implementing blue ocean strategy, there will be a great margin too. The author of the book, Blue Ocean Strategy, says from red to blue ocean,
takes a look. Um, okay. Uh, Take a look at the results below. As you can see, the profit in the blue ocean is 1.5 times higher than in the red one. There's some research in the book, and they says that return of investment is high in blue ocean strategy because of the low competition, because of uh, high demand. Return of investment is high, so you have to enjoy the maximum profit in the market. Number fifth point is mass consumption. This is about market with a larger amount of substitute goods. A market of toothpaste can serve as an example. If there is a discount by Sensodyne, customers are likely to buy it and forget about their habitual toothpaste by, say, Colgate. The determinant factor of choosing the product here, it is to price, not the USP or brand name. That's why there is no sense to compete in innovation on the red market. Companies just have to monitor competitors' action in the pricing policy and adjust there accordingly.
So I'm sure you would have understood top 5 reason of using blue ocean strategy. Now to conclude this chapter, I would say that blue ocean strategy is not easy. It's quite risky and hard to implement. But if you do this, the result will surprise you. This concept is not about senseless innovation. The key point of the strategy is the satisfaction of customers' need. You don't have to think about competitors, as you are the only one in the market. And while every blue ocean will turn red eventually, the measure of your success is how long you can keep this market blue. That's why it's incredibly important to thoroughly plan your every step. Okay. Or you can prototype your strategy and test it beforehand. You can try to visualize it beforehand, and don't spoil the unique opportunity of discovering a new market with poor planning. Overall, the if we say a main takeaway of this presentation is stop making competition, uh, make or create your own market or your own demand. So don't run after the competition, create your own competition. Thank you.